Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today we are looking at the new in colours, and we're also looking at, oh, I've got a little fish in here that I was using the other day. We are using hand penned petals because I've got, I always cut out the middle of my cards, as you know, so I've been doing different things with the piece that is over, and I have been using the scalloped contour dies, which are these ones, so scalloped contours dies, and you have all of these different shaped rectangles with the scalloped edges. And what I've done is I've cut one of those out to save wasting the backing piece that I was using, and then I've cut another one which is smaller, which is going to go in on here out of the white is going to go in on the Tahitian Tide, and that's then going to go in there. And I want to use these two colors. I'm absolutely obsessed with these beautiful two new colors. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. Tahitian Tide, this turquoisey blue, is something that we have not got anything similar in our color palette. And the Parakeet Party again is a lovely vibrant green. We had one a year or so ago and just everybody was so disappointed when it went. So it's a beautiful color. So those are our two colors that we're using on our palette. And then I'm going to use the hand penned petals. Now this is a, says me with things falling out of it, this is a lovely set because you don't have to do any colouring with it. So we are going to, I've got it all over the place, I haven't put it away very well, have I? So we are going to take this one and we are going to stamp it right over the top. Now you can use, there's dies with it, so you can use the dies as well, but I am going to just colour it in quite simply. And then I just need to get the leaves out. So this is a great set. If you haven't already got it, it's certainly one to bear in mind because it's been carried over because it was so popular. And, you know, we don't carry things over unless they are particularly popular. And so I'm just trying to get all of these leaves out. That's the big one, that's the little one. I think that's all that I need in there. And I need quite a tiny block, so I'm going to get my small block out and also a larger block. Got lots of blocks out at the moment. I have, you've probably seen off screen, I actually have all of the blocks and I have them in the carry case. One of my customers actually bought the blocks and the carry case for a birthday present, and I've always said I have never regretted getting mine like that. I use it all the time. Mostly off camera because, you know, that's the way it goes. So I'm going to be using the memento because we can just stamp over the top of that. So I'm just stamping up the image. And this one, as I say, it's carried over because it was so popular. And it is definitely worth getting because it just works beautifully. And you don't have to, it's me being quiet while I line this up, you don't have to do any colouring. If you want to, you can colour it in, but it's a two-step stamp and they are some of the best because you don't have to fill it in. So we now have this flower that can go over the top. So we'll put this in, and the flowers are going to be in the Tahitian Tide. So we can have blue flowers, which are rather nice because it's that sort of nice bright colour. So I want to put this in, and I'm just going to stamp it here to see how dark it is and to see if I want it on first or second generation. I think I'm just going to have it on first generation. So we're just going to put that one in on there. And then we've got, and you will see that they don't fit perfectly. It doesn't matter. It's designed to be like a watercolor look. So now we can use this little one. And again, I just need to, I'll have it up this way. Put that one in like that. Then we've got a smaller one, which is this one. And I'm going to put this one in, up in on here like this. This really is quite an abstracty one. Let's put it in on this one first. I might do this one in on the bigger one actually, because this is not going to, those are the two on there. Might just go in on this one like that. Then we've got, and as I say, it still looks a little bit unbalanced because we haven't got the leaves in yet, but once we've got the leaves in, you'll see how pretty it does look. So this can then come in like that on there, and then I've got this little one in on here, so I'm just going to do it as a double over the top of that one. There we are. So we've got a double in there, and I might actually just, because I want to try and get that filled in a little bit more, I'm going to take this one and I'm just going to take this one in over the top. There we go. Okay, so now I can get on to my leaves, and again you've got all the leaves in on here, so I'm going to do this on the little one. So that's the bigger. Then I can take the lovely Parakeet Party. And then we can put these in like that. And then these are the little ones. So I need to just take that one off of there and put this little tiny one on. And then we can have one here. Like that. There. One there like that. So that's the leaves and things in on there. And then because I like to sort of do the inside bit of the flower, we've got, I tend to just take, and it doesn't really matter what, I'm going to take a one of our Stampin' Right markers. We do all of the colours in the Stampin' Right markers, so I'm literally just going to do just a little bit of just round in where the stamens and things are. And again, I'm not doing it solid because it's got that sort of watercolory look on there, but it just gives a little bit of a look to it. And then I've got to, where are all my pieces? Here we go. So if I then put this in on here, in on the center, and put this in on here like that, we've now got the really pretty little flower coming through. And if I want to just take it up round on the edge a little bit more, what I can do is I can take, because I'm just a little bit concerned that it's not quite far enough up on the edges. And I know it's supposed to be sort of a bit of an abstract one, but let me just have a look and see. Have I got any water in here? No, give me 2 seconds, grab some water into my aqua painter water brush. Okay, and then just need to make sure I haven't got it water coming out everywhere. I've just filled that up out of the tap, so I'm just going to take a little bit of water coming out of here. It's better. And I'm just going to take a little bit of it. Let's take, I just want it to come up to the edge a little bit more. It's just a little bit too abstract for me. So if we take that like that, take a little bit of colour, and then all I'm going to do is just take this up round onto the edge like this. So that can come up just in onto the edge. Now once it's dried, it will tone in, but it just brings it to the edge, which makes it look just a little bit better. I didn't like the way it was just hanging out, and I think it depends what colours you use. If you're using sort of soft pinks and things, it doesn't matter quite so much, but if you're using these ones, which is quite a deep bright colour, it just shows that you can just fill it in quite easily just by bringing it in onto the edges like that. That's better. And then you can just bring it in a little bit on there. We forgot a little bit of yellow on this bit, didn't we? Oops, I wanted it on this side. So I can just take that in the centre. That's better. And then let's take that in on here. So you can, as I say, die cut these out. I'm just doing it on one layer because I just wanted to have a nice little watercoloured piece coming in like that. So that's then going to come in on here. So you've got your layers coming up. And again, you can do this with any stamp set you want, any colours you want. I'm just showing you an idea. And then I'm going to put the sentiment in on this pattern paper, I think, or I might do it on white and just have it matted on there. Let me just have a little look and see what I've got. I just need a little tiny scrappy piece here. So this is going to be, let's see what width this is. I don't think it's very, very wide at all. So this is half an inch, yeah. Okay, so I need to cut this at, just take it 1/8 of an inch smaller. So that's a half an inch. Take it down by 1/8 of an inch just to there. Hopefully that will be all right. So hold on, that's half, that's 1/8. Let's see if we can find a sentiment that'll just go onto that little piece like that. Might be a little bit tight, might just be a little bit tight to go in on here. We'll see, because that will work perfectly. So I just want something very small. Is there anything very small on here? Congratulations, why don't I have that? That's very small, isn't it? Let's just put that in on there, because that would work as a birthday, wouldn't it? So can I find the congratulations? There it is. right down the bottom on there. So it's a very tiny one, but I think it will work perfectly on there. So let's just pick that up, do it in black. Put this in on here. Like that. That in like that, perfect. That can go in there. So let me just take this off to there. And the other side. Then I can put this in on here with just a tiny little bit of glue. Put that in on there. With some wet glue. And just pop that in like that. Take that off so you haven't got this bright orange scissors in your face. So as I say, you don't have to use designer series paper. You can use, sorry, you don't have to use cardstock. You can use designer series paper. Whatever little scraps I've got over, I tend to use. So I have this little tiny piece, and I think that that will work quite nicely. Like that. So then let's put this together. So this could work as a anniversary card, a birthday card, whatever you want to do as congratulations. So let's just have a little bit of gluing in on here. You could put it up with dimensionals. I'm just going to do it with some glue. And because this is UK, it isn't, it doesn't fit completely square in on here because it is UK measurements are different to American measurements, and most of the dies are cut for the American market, but you know, you can use it on there. I've got glue stuck in on there, which I didn't really want. So have I glued it in on the side? Don't think I have really, have I? Oops. I needed it right up in on these edgy pieces without getting it in on the there we go, that's better. So we just need to make sure that we've got it exactly even from the top to the bottom. And then in on there. Don't want it stuck to that piece again. Oh dear, not doing very well with this today, am I? I think I'm having a week of just not doing great with videos and things. But that's, you know, that's all about crafting. We all have times where we're not quite as good as we thought we were going to be, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to take this piece out a bit because that's just got glue on it and we don't want glue on there. So we're going to put this in on here, and then we're going to have this, and the only reason I'm not sticking it on here is I'm going to cut something out of this because, as I said, I never waste anything, and particularly the times that we are now, you know, everything needs to be used, and we need to be as frugal as we can. So, and then this can come just straight across wherever we want, like that. And that makes a really rather good card using the colours, and you can see how well everything matches together. So it was using the hand pen petals, this one, and just using that to fill it in, although we did use a little bit of watercolour to just go through on the edges. And then the two of the new 5 colours, which is Tahitian Tide and Parakeet Party. So thank you so much for watching me. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.